5 reasons why the NCAA is finished as an organization. Number 1, the optics look really, really, really bad. All right. Nobody really wants to see old white dudes telling young black players that they do not own their own likeness. It's insulting. It's not 1948. Jerry West isn't the top player anymore. Okay. Now we all know there's a subtle sense of racism that permeates the NCAA board. Okay. You remember when they made that Rich Paul law? Basically, Rich Paul is LeBron James's agent and lifelong friend. They tried to say that, oh, if you want to be an agent to our college players, you need to have a bachelor's degree. If that doesn't show you how out of touch, how unseasoned, how lame the NCAA board is, I do not know which will. It's absurd. All right. And it really is a slap in the face to the players, the culture, the people that actually are the talent. Okay. Remember that. Respect the talent. Number 2, the best athletes should never, ever join the NCAA. I mean, for basketball, obviously. For football, it's a necessity for the time being. Okay? They own your likeness. That defeats the purpose of capitalism, of the free market. The people that are the talent, the content creators, they are king. They're the ones who should dictate policy. They know what they need since they are the talent. In other countries, when there's a sport prodigy like, Luka Doncic or any other soccer player, they spend their entire life playing that sport. That becomes their job. Now, I'm not saying this is wrong or right, or this is for sure going to help the players, but I think that we should definitely take advice from other countries and how they treat their prodigies. Okay? That was number 2. Now, number 3. Black athletes actually subsidize all the rich kids' sports, if you didn't know that, right? So the black athletes that play football, basketball, they bring in 60% of the budget, okay? There was a study done from the National Bureau of Economic Research, and they had a forensic investigation, and they found out that revenue from athletic departments doubled from $4.4 billion to $8.5 billion over the last 14 years. 60% of that growth is due entirely to football and men's basketball. Football staffs have seen their salaries double, as have non-coaching administration jobs in these athletic departments. And these sports subsidize the amateur sports for the country club set, which means rowing, tennis, badminton. Any of these sports are actually subsidized by black athletes. So, yeah. and then we have to really take into account that we have seen in recent Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin admission scandals, and that these sports are actually used to justify the admissions of unqualified rich donors' kids. This is like affirmative action for them, right? So when blacks and minorities get affirmative action, it's the end of the world. But when they get it, it's fine. It's just the way it is, you have to accept it. So yes, black players subsidize all those other sports, golf, badminton, rowing, whatever it is. Thank your black athletes. What would you do without them? How would we be watching fucking tennis or fucking rowing? Gosh, that scares me. That sounds awful. That sounds really, really bad. March Madness, rowing, and it's like some landmass dudes rowing in a boat. I'll pass on that one. I'll truly pass. Okay. Yeah, I'm good on that. So thank your black athletes who play basketball and football. If you played sports in college, thank your black athletes, because they provided you that opportunity to play sports, specifically football and basketball. It was them. Okay. Number 4. While HBCUs only make up 6.5% of Division I schools, 72% of the teams that were banned from postseason competition are HBCUs. Ouch. 114 out of 159 teams that were banned are HBCU. Now, what were they banned for? It was because the athletes were performing poor collegiately, okay? And I don't understand. Because when they go to PWI institutions or PWI universities, they don't care about their grades. We all know that, man. We know they let these players just play. It's not about academics, but they will ban an HBCU team if the players don't stand up academically. And that's actually very, very frightening and racist. And that is just disgusting, okay? And if you're going to tell me that all the players in Kentucky basketball, Alabama football, and Clemson football are Rhodes Scholars passing all their classes, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to everything. You're lying to your soul. God is listening, man. God is listening, and he knows. So some people might say, well, the players have to perform collegiately. No, they don't. They're there because they are good athletes. School comes second. School is a commodity for them. School is simply a resting area. Because if I have the talent, I can go to 100 schools. So you're offering a degree for me to go. That is not really, that's not an incentive if I can already have 100 offers. You have to sweeten the pot. Okay, that's just the way life is. Yes, there's a caste system. Yes, if you're good at something, you should be paid for it. Yes, this is reality. If you don't think so, then you are a dictator and you're evil. Number 5. They are a legalized criminal syndicate that controls the free will of athletes, who they treat like workhorses. No. You are not doing them a fucking favor by giving them a high-priced piece of paper. They are doing all the fucking work, putting their body on the line and making your university rich. And these old assholes have the audacity, they have the nerve to pretend like these kids aren't saving their dying universities. This is fascism, this is racism, this is sexism, this is everything wrong with being a high-value athlete in basketball and football. Black male players are the talent. They are the prize. Universities are a middleman to the real goal, which is professional leagues. We really need to have a serious reformation on this disgusting organization. And if you have something against this, you're a shit human being. All right, have a good one.